Hey guys, all right, we're talking about the last two workouts for Saturday here at Bricktown Throwdown 2019. So please make sure you keep checking in 10 minutes before your heat at your athlete check-in banner. We're gonna talk about this rumble workout right now. You'll notice that the lane numbers are assigned out over here. Now, we have this set up where if you're in lane 3, you have the closest sled to you, right? And so it's kind of staggered where you have to run the same amount of distance for each athlete depending on, or each team depending on where your rope is. So it's gonna start with all 3 athletes on their start mat off of the fat mat, and then at 3, 2, 1, go, the first athlete's gonna come up and do their rope climbs. Now all the rope climb numbers are different for different divisions. I'm not gonna go through all of them now. You guys have seen them on all the workout lists, but what I am gonna talk about is that if you're either, whatever division you're in, if you're going to the 12-foot marker, which is gonna be the white tape, or you're going to the 15-foot marker, which is the actual rig, you have to physically touch that. Your hand has to touch it. Not get close and with it, it's gotta literally touch it. And then you have to show control below the black 9-foot mark. So what we're looking for is to show control as in not a free fall. If you free fall from above the black foot mark, then that means gravity pulls you down the whole way, then you're not gonna get count for that. You're not gonna get count for that rep. If you are able to slow gravity and show control, however that is, with your feet, with your hands, below the 9-foot mark and show control to the ground, then that'll count as a good rep. And really what we're looking for is safety, guys, and no one coming down and hurting themselves on these rope climbs. So you can do the rope climbs in whatever set you want, whatever number per athlete. One athlete could do them all. You can split it up in ones, but only one person is allowed on the safety mat at a time. So let's say Jared's gonna be athlete 1, 3, 2, 1, go. He gets up there, he's climbing his rope. All right, he actually touches the rig. Nice, he can come down, show control below the black. Now the next athlete can go out there, all right? So we have to keep only one person on the safety mat at a time. And really that's for safety guys from this rope, swinging around and hitting other people and making sure that we're safety conscious. After all the reps have been done, the team is gonna now go either on that side of the rig or in this case around the rig here and come up to their sled. So you're gonna see, because your name tag is gonna be on the sled. The weights are gonna be stacked up so high that you don't have to worry about this center pole. There's gonna be plenty of weights on here, don't you worry. All the weights are gonna be the same for the guys, all the weights are gonna be the same for the girls. So you have one athlete sitting on it, can be whichever one, and you can switch out every round. 2 other athletes here are pressing all the way through the cone. That's okay. Come on, Sam. Pick it up. Pick it up. Look, once your team is past the cone with the sled, now we can run back the same path around to not get in other teams' way, and we'll get our next set of rope climbs. Then we're pushing to the next cone, doing our rope climbs, pushing to the last cone. Once we finish to the last cone, that's gonna be our time. We're gonna have hopefully a little bit of time to reset. If you get time capped, your team is still responsible during that 1-minute rest to get your sled to the end. Ooh, and get it ready to go. So you're still working, getting that done. Now, let's say we made it to our final cone, we're resting, you're gonna have you, and then, we're gonna have some equipment guys who are gonna be able to help you turn this thing around. And all it is just changing out the station. So earlier we talked about how different athletes could be on in between, could be sitting on the sled during the transitions. As long as they make it the whole 15 meters, right, then different athletes can sit on the sled. Now on the way back, this is gonna be the 45-meter sprint. It's its own score. Whatever athlete starts on the sled is the one that finishes on the sled. So now we're sprinting the whole 45 meters back. It's gonna be a quick sprint. You're gonna need to go crazy. So we'll have all the sleds lined up. It'll be 3, 2, 1, go crazy! All the way, let's get on. Once you're past the cone, boom, your time is done, okay? There it is for Rumble. Jared, you got anything to add to that?
We gotta try to stay in our lanes.
We're gonna have some lanes out, so you're gonna know where your cones are at, and you'll stay in between your cones. If you knock over a cone, we're gonna have to pull the sled back, put the cone back up, and move it around. So yeah, staying in your lane is gonna be really important. Anything else? All right, let's go in and talk about this final workout. We're jogging it. Yeah, we kind of wiggle through here. This isn't the official entrance, guys. Don't worry. Okay, official entrance. Official entrance.
Woo.
Get back in. Get back in.
Athletes!
All right, so guys, we're gonna talk about the Mount Scott workout, and it's really important that you pay attention to that first part that's all about the double unders. There's some crazy rules on the double unders, so I wanna make sure you understand them as a team so that you can strategize correctly. So if you're in the pro division, then each athlete's doing 100 double unders, and they're doing 25 at each station. So this one, we're actually starting under the rig. So 3, 2, 1, go. Athlete 1 is gonna come out. They're gonna do their first 25 double unders in that station. After they've done 25, they'll then move forward, 25 in the next one. Now, what you're looking for, what you're looking for from the judges is a hand to go up when you're at 20 and a hand to go down once you finish 25. All right, don't try to count them on your own. Hand up when you're at 20, hand down when you finish 25. Now, as Natalie noticed, there's a bar that's out here in the middle of the floor. So your next one, you'll skip the bar. You need to do 25 double unders here. Yep, and then 25 double unders here. Once you finish those 25 and step on the finish mat, now the next athlete is able to come out. Again, 25, 25, 25, 25 for the second 100, and then the third athlete will finish out for the third 100. Now this is different for the amateur, the generations, and the scale division. For generations and amateur, it's gonna say 100, 200, 300, just like this. So the first athlete will come out, run all the way, and they'll start their 100 double unders. Now they can go as far as they want, right? They could leave at 0, they could do 50, they could do all 300 in a row, but reps 1 through 100 need to be right here. Reps 101 through 200 there, reps 201 through 300 there. Moving forward as they're making their way across. Now here's the kicker with this. Once an athlete leaves the floor, so they go to the finish mat, to allow the next athlete come on and to start where they were at, now this athlete is not allowed back on. So you're only able to double under one time and still get all those reps. It's 300 for generations, and for amateur, it's 200 for the scale division. So play that correctly. If you anticipate your third athlete to be a really good double under, and your first two get off the floor fast, and your third one is struggling, that third athlete is gonna have to finish them no matter what, because the first two are already off the floor, they're ready to start the next stage. So once all the sets of double unders have been completed, and the third athlete gets on the finish mat, now one athlete is allowed to run out, and we're able to start the second part of this workout. So we're doing 25 front squats at this first station. You can switch however much you want. You can do as big a sets as you want. You can do all 25 reps and then move it forward, or you could split it. So now let's say Trey was only gonna do 5 front squats. Right, he does a couple, boom, looking for that hip to open, that's important. He does his 5, he sets it down, he runs back. Only one athlete is allowed on the floor at the same time, so Jared is waiting until Trey tags him in order to be able to come on. Now, of course, Jared's a good front squatter, so he finishes all 20 that's left. He's gonna roll the bar forward, and now he's doing bar facing burpees at this station. Jared could switch off, but he's probably not going to, and what we're looking for is you can step up, step back, but both feet must jump over at the same time. We're gonna look for you to be caddy corner, and we're gonna call you on it. Bar facing, stay straight on. If any part of your leg is off the mat, that's gonna be a no rep. We need your whole body on the mat in order for these bar facing burpees to count. And again, both feet jumping over at the same time. After 25 reps, we'll move the bar again. And now we're going 25 hang to overhead. So for the first rep, you need to, if it's on the floor, you need to deadlift the weight all the way up, then go below the knees in order for you to have your first rep. This is hang to overhead from below the knee. We're really gonna be watching for this soft knee here. If Jared gets it to his shoulders and then doesn't quite lock it out, we're gonna be looking for that, guys. So I need you to lock your knees out when you have that weight overhead. After we've got 25 at this station, again, switching as much as you want, we're now moving forward to 50 push-ups or handstand
Trey, I need
push-ups.
Trey. No, stay back there.
Yeah, we're transitioning there. We're running forward. Jared. Good. So we got handstand push-ups. Now, pro, we're going strict. So we need Trey's head to touch the mat, and we need him to cover those ears at the top, right? We're looking for that good lockout. His butt's not on the wall. Excellent. Now, the amateur and generation division, you are allowed to kip. So the butt can be on the wall at the bottom, but not at the top. Again, still touching that head on the mat. For the scale division, we're gonna have some parallettes right here. We're gonna have this band doubled up. You got it? Around, yeah. And so for the scaled athletes, we're looking for your chest to touch the red band and for your elbows to lock out at the top. Now there's gonna be kind of a trick about this that we're gonna talk about, so I'm glad you guys are watching this video. You wanna go in, Jerry? Let's come over here now so they can see. Yeah, so we're gonna see that his hands are below the bands. Get a little tension on there. Yeah, he touches his chest to the bands. Good, and then he extends up. So from the side angle, I wanted to see this shoulder above the hand. If the shoulder is behind the hand, kick your butt up real high. Like this, we're not gonna count it as a finish rep. You need to finish with your shoulder above your hand. So you can go down, touch your chest and worm it. Yeah, and then now get your hips up, that's good. You could go down and touch your chest and then pike. Good, and then now get your shoulders above your hands, and that's fine. It's just about that finished position with the elbows locked out and the shoulders above the hands. Sounds good? Got anything out of that?
And you gotta go back.
After 50, now we're going back. So, again, 25, hang to overhead here. So when we're going this way, we're facing here. We're going back, now we're facing this way. We'll roll forward. 25 bar facing burpees, switching out however I want with my team. And then 25 front squats. Once those 25 front squats are completed, time is up. Once all three athletes are back on that mat, across the mat. Guys, we're really excited to finish up day 2. Thanks a bunch for coming out to Bricktown Throwdown this year. Please comment if you have any questions about these workouts.